2 years ago, I bought a rare 5-cylinder Schumacher edition so I could save it from the scrapyard. There is something special about rebuilding a car, taking it apart and rebuild it with brand new parts so it can live another life on the road. And when you finally hear that engine roar and you sit in that brand new interior, you will feel alive. So guys, let's relive that moment and save another one from the scrapyard. It has been a week since I last opened this door. As you can see, it's still leaking inside, everything is still wet. The tool that I left is completely rusted, so yeah, things are not going so great with this car, to be honest. As you can see, it's still leaking from all the way up there. So first thing first is we need to make sure that the roof is not leaking anymore, so we need to unclog everything that is inside here. So if I probably remove it right now, there's a lot of water again. See, just 1 week and it's guys, the smell inside this car, it is so disgusting. That's why I opened the windows, so let some fresh air in. I'm gonna remove everything from the car in this video, hopefully remove all the water. I'm gonna put all the water that I can find in a bucket and see how high the level of water is. Well, this one is all fine. This one is also fine. And the last one is also fine. And this, guys, is the reason why it's leaking. It's completely clogged, water can't go anywhere. So just to give you an impression, I let some water run into this hose, which is completely open on the bottom side. But as you can see, there's water in it, but it's not coming from there, so it's completely clogged. My main focus was the drainage from this side, which was clogged, obviously. But I just noticed that somebody also removed the bolts from the sky window, so it's completely hanging loose inside the car. Well, anyways, it's dry for now, the sun is out, so what I'm gonna do right now is remove everything from the car and search for the water. So I got most of the parts from the back out of the car. I still need to remove this plastic trim right here and that cover over there. But as you can see, everything is very wet and dirty. And there's a lot of water inside the car. Basically, this car is meant to be on the scrapyard, but we are going to save it. So there's a lot of mold in there. It's not really good for my health. I think I lost around 10 years of my life. But hey, it's all for you. Let's go. Right now I need to remove the center console and that seat over there. And the way you remove it is basically there are some 3 Allen keys like these underneath here, 3 of them. Then this arm piece can go out. Then there's a bolt over here, a bolt on the other side, and there are 2 bolts over there. And then remove this plastic piece like that, and the part will come out. Easy as that. This, guys, is what you would find in a scrapyard when a car has been left outside in the elements. And you will see things like this: rust, mold, and underneath the seat there are things growing. I'm not sure what it is, but it's probably best for me that I can remove it as quickly as possible. So the seats have been removed, as you can see. Now it's time to see how badly water damage this car really is. So let's remove this cover. It's oh man. Oh man, I need to wear gloves. But anyways, okay, not sure what that is, but it's disgusting and wet, really wet. Hope you can't see it. Hope you can see it on camera, but oh man, it's disgusting. Anyways, look how soaked it is. Let's remove the other tray. Okay, that's not that bad. I expected a bit more, but the trouble side is that side. So let's get in. I'm not stepping on a fish or something like that. It's disgusting, of course, but the water overall, together with that side, yeah, I expected a little bit more, but it's still very bad. I'm gonna remove all the carpet from the car, and yeah, I need to throw this away. This is disgusting. This I can clean. This I'm not gonna reuse anymore. See, I jacked the car up in the air and all the water is now going this way. Same on that side. As you can see, there's still a lot of water, but nothing that we can't fix. So it's time to get all that water out. This will be the last bit of water going into this bucket. And guys, this is all the water that came out this car. Oh boy, that's a lot. Almost 7 liters of water came out of this car. So all of the water has been removed. It's a little bit damp. I need to clean that, of course. But most of the water is gone. Also in the back, everything is gone. Now it's time to clean it. But I think it's best to remove all the panels from the car and then start cleaning it.
The next day.
So normally I hate rain, especially when I'm working on a car, but now I'm very curious and I'm happy that it rained, because I'm very curious if it's has leaked or not. Please let it be dry. It's not dry. Still water inside, not much, but there's still water inside. Only on this side and also in there and there, so the roof is completely leaking. But where? So I found a reason why it's leaking in here. There were a few reasons. First of all, the drainage, it was clogged, and there were some missing bolts which we replaced, and then it's still leaking because all those panels are not closing correctly. There are still some gaps in here and water just drips into there. it goes all the way down here, and it finally ends somewhere here in the corner. So there's normally a way to close it manually. You can put an Allen key in here and then just left or right. So left is open and right is closed, but as you can see, I'm gonna open it right now. You hear that noise? It's a grinding noise from the motor inside. It's the cable, and those panels are so clogged and dirty, it does not have the power to open it manually. So we can try to push it open. That works, but it can't open any further, only the last one over there. So I closed the panels manually just by pushing it down like this. I still think it's not close enough, but I'm gonna spray some water over it and see if it will leak. Okay, I am officially a big idiot. That's why it's leaking. I am such an idiot. I forgot to close. I forgot to insert those, and it's simply leaking from there. Seriously. Everything is back into place as it should be. Yeah, I make mistakes also. It's okay. So I'm gonna close the door again and make it rain again, and then we'll see what happens. Guys, I think I officially fixed the sky window problem. So there were 3 problems. One was the drainage, it was clogged. There were some bolts missing, and what I did is I removed all the tape from the drainage that are on the panels, and I manually opened it by using an Allen key in here. Push this one all the way up, then I pushed this one up from the outside, and then I simply closed it again and tightened it all up, and yeah, it's dry. Well, I'm glad that we fixed the roof. Yeah, the summer is over and winter is coming, bad weather is coming, so it's a good thing that the roof is officially waterproof, so that's great. But there's a lot of things to do because it's really wet and dirty inside, so I need to start cleaning something. If you're curious how the water came from here, basically those drainage tubes that I didn't install over there, all the water came down here. You can still see the leakage over here. It went down here into here. Finally, when that water was high enough, it went down here, into here, which is the lowest point of the car. Man, there's so many things I still need to do. So I'm gonna remove everything. I'm gonna clean it using some soapy water, I think. Then we are going to clean the carpets and the seats, etc. Yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Well, with just some soapy water and a little sponge, I made it all clean. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better and much fresher than it was before. So yeah, happy with the results. We're going to do I probably have to clean it again, but for now I'm happy. Well, most of the car is dry. It looks much better right now, and now I'm curious if this little unit, the fuel pump over here, is working. So let's put it on contact. I hear something, which I think it's below here what I hear, but I'm not sure. I can't put this one on off. Go off. Stop lamp, blah 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 blah. It's in neutral. Well, battery is dead. I replaced the battery and it's still not starting. But listen, I just put it on contact, just listen to the fuel pump. And it stopped. So, fuel pump is working. Why aren't you starting? Look, the battery is fresh. That's not it. That's not it. So I hooked up my OBD reader over there, which is obviously for this car. And let's put it on contact. And what I'm using is multi-issue scan. Of course, the original official version. We've got the Stilo 2.4 over here selected. I'm going for engine, which is the Motronic ME 3.1. Those ECUs are also used on the Ferraris, Ferrari 360, Modena, Alfa Romeo, a lot of big cars also. Anyways, let's use connecting, and see if we can find some errors why it's not starting. Errors. RPM sensor. So we have a problem with the RPM sensor, which is for the timing, I believe. So okay. I did not expect that. I was thinking it could be the fuel pump, but we have an RPM sensor. So anyways, clearing installed fault codes. Let's start it again. And of course it's not starting. The RPM sensor is defective. Connecting to ECU. RPM sensor. Thank you, Iron Man, for reading all the fault codes. Well guys, it's the end of this video. I hope you liked it. We fixed the leakage from the sunroof. We cleaned the inside of the car and we found out why it's not starting. So I have to get an RPM sensor. And in the next video we are going to try and start it again. And we're also going to clean the rest of the interior. So we're going to install and replace some parts. We're going to paint all the plastic inside the car, attack the leather seats, etc. So it will be showroom ready in the next video, at least for the interior. And then we go on with the engine bay, the mechanical side of the car. So there is a lot to do with this car. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.